Good morning, my dear students. We will continue the friction chapter. Just I will recall immediately what we had discussed in the last class. So, friction, types of friction, and then angle of friction, then coefficient of friction. Now, angle of repose. Angle of repose. That means one rough horizontal plane over the body, just this some angle of inclination, it will be lift like this, so that the body will not move downwards. So you are going to increase the alpha to theta. So up to what? That is, the body will just move. That is limiting condition. It is a limiting condition. So limiting condition. And the limiting condition just moves the body over the inclined plane. So the angle of inclination of the plane W. So this plane surface F and this R. So this is the resolving forces along the forces acting on this body theta. So F is equal to W sin theta. R is equal to W cos theta. Now we know that according to this figure, we know that F is equal to W sin theta, R is equal to W cos theta, coefficient of friction mu is equal to F by R, that is equal to W by sin theta divided by W by cos theta. W cos theta is equal to tan theta. So mu is equal to tan theta. Then what is the mu coefficient of friction? Coefficient of friction, angle of friction, that is equal to tan phi. Tan phi is equal to tan theta. So theta is equal to phi. So what is this mean? Theta is equal to phi. Angle of repose with just limiting conditions, then just body will move downwards. So up to that point, that is the maximum force, the resistance force, friction force, it will be maximum. So whenever you are lifting like this the body in the horizontal plane, so that you are going to get the angle of repose. Next one is cone friction. So we know that cone friction, this is a normal reaction R, and some angle of inclination it is there, changes the R1. So see that this is the phi, angle of inclination, so that you are going to rotate some cone shape. So this is a phi. This means that this cone is generated by rotating the resultant reaction about the normal reaction is called cone of friction. Is called cone of friction. About the resultant reaction, so that is called the cone of friction. Now, loss of friction. Next is loss of friction. What is the loss of friction? First condition, how the loss of friction will be there. First one is, whenever you are applying the load or movement on this body, okay, exactly opposite to the friction force, opposite to the applied load. So then that is known as first condition, law of friction. Second one, the direction of the friction force is always, the direction of force is always opposite to the direction in which the body tends to move. That is the first condition. Second one, the frictional force is independent of the area of contact between the surfaces and depends upon their nature, that is surface roughness only. Next, third one is, the limiting force of friction is directly proportional to the normal reaction between the surfaces. Next one, the motion takes place, the friction still opposes the motion but is slightly less than the limiting friction. Then this is the fourth one. Okay. So loss of friction, this is the loss of friction.